tools, tips, and techniques is that I show you some fun things, and today in particular it's going to be some tools that you may not have used very much. And I also share some tips. So my first tip, it's one of my tips for getting a fun color combo. I just go good old Pinterest over there on the internet, and I search fun things like fun color combo or fresh color combo, or you know, whatever you want, whatever words you want to use, and you will get so many good ideas. So this is one that I got in particular. Let me show it to you here. This is one that I just printed out. So you can see it's just printed on the copier. I came across this color combo and I was like instantly smitten. I was like, oh, that is so pretty and so fun and so fresh. And I have a birthday card to make because my little granddaughter, Margot, is turning 1 in December. Poor girl. Give me a shout out if you have a December birthday, because that's just kind of sad when it's so close to Christmas, but we're going to have a little party for her next week. So I thought this color combo would be really fun for her. So after I saw this, which of course is not FSJ paper, this is just something I pulled up. I thought, you know what, I bet I can match that up. So I pulled our darling little bubble gum. I have some of these tags cut from our whipped cream. This is our tag set, our steel reel die. Love that. I always have multiples of these tags hanging around just for projects. And then I was like, oh yeah, that looks like pool play. Those of you who are FSJ aficionados probably recognize these colors already, right? And if you're new to FSJ, I just want to let you know that we have over 50 exclusive colors we're so happy with. Okay, so then I looked at this one. I was like, oh yeah, kind of like rich coral there. Love it. So here's my whipped cream. And here's one of our new colors called Haystack. Love that one. That's a pretty good match, right? And then my last color right here I have is our rustic rose. So pretty. Isn't that a neat color combo? So there's one little tip for you if you ever are stuck when you're trying to think of fun colors or what goes well with the other. You know, let someone else do the work. That's what I say. You don't have to reinvent the wheel every time. So now I'm going to do birthday card. I thought it would be fun to break out these little guys, which look like regular shears until you see them on the end and check it out. These are our Fringe shears. Now I did mention that show that we had on Saturday. We launched a new collection here at Fun Stampers Journey called Follow Your Heart. And we launched that just this past Saturday, December 1st. And as part of the show, one of our designers named Yana recorded a video for us doing a project, and she used these little guys, these Fringe shears. So all of a sudden I thought, oh my gosh, I have not used the Fringe shears in probably months. I need to dig those out and see what I can do with them. So I thought it would be fun to share that with you. So this is going to be really easy, and I'll give you one tip on how to cut with them too. I'm going to take each of these squares of paper that I have, and I'm just going to fringe them about 3/4 of the way up. So one tip I have is to, when you cut into the paper with your shears, you don't want to go all the way to the end of the blade. I've got a scrap piece of paper. Now let me show you what that looks like. I'll show you the right way again first. You want to bring the paper down deeper into the blade, cut to where you want to go, and then release. So see how that looks really nice right there as far as the cut goes? Now if I went ahead and cut like this, and I went right into the tips of the shears, watch the difference. Do you see how that looks? How it kind of really just breaks the fiber of the paper? And you get those icky little, you know, crunchy marks right there. I'll show you one more time. This is when you snip all the way to the end. See, it kind of really makes your whole fringe wonky. Now look at the difference over here. Nice and smooth and pretty. So do you want this or do you want this? I know the answer. You want this one, right? So that is one of my biggest tips for using the Fringe shears, is do not go right into the tip of the scissor. Okay, we'll use that scrap piece for something else. But the main idea now is to just come with each of these squares, and look how fast and easy it goes, so quick. And you can also go right at the end. Doesn't matter if your paper's right on the edge. You can just cut that extra piece of fringe there. And again, these scissors are so sharp and pretty. They cut the fringes just effortlessly. I always thought it would be fun to do my own piñata, or you would do your own piñata. Have you ever thought about doing that? You would have to cut so many of these pieces of paper with fringes. Your arm would probably get sore. But that's kind of one of my life goals, is to make my own piñata. I think it'd be pretty cool. If you made one, what would it be? You have to leave that in the comments. Okay, so now I have all my cute little colors, and I'm going to use my whipped cream as my kind of card base, so I didn't fringe that. But now I've got all my fun little fringes here, and I've got this magical little tool, which is really one of our most simple, most basic tools, and this is our crease tool. And of course, this creases paper, and it gives you a nice fold, you know, when you do your card bases. But this can also be used for a lot of other things. It's got this nice little handle right here, which you can hold, and now I'm going to use it to curl the edges of this paper. So I'm going to turn my paper, which is kind of upside down-ish, and then you just go along, and I'm using my thumb to kind of cover the top of the crease tool and pinch the paper between my thumb and the crease tool. And look how simple and easy that is. All it does is just give that fringe a little bit of sassiness, and I can just repeat that quickly with all of them. Now the crease tool, what it does is it kind of breaks the fiber of the paper, like I said, and that allows it to just have that little bit of curl. So super fun, super easy. In fact, I probably won't do all of these right now, but you get the idea. You've got all your fun little fringes there. I'm going to set my tag aside for a minute too. Now for my card base, I just have a whipped cream card base, which like I said, I just folded, and I can make sure it's nice and sharp with my crease tool. And I'm going to eventually put this tag on top. But when I looked at the white on white and I knew it was for a birthday card, I thought, you know, I want a little bit of background here. I want a little bit of sassiness in the background here. So I thought one of our other tools we have, or mediums I should say, it's not really a tool, although I call it a tool in my arsenal, is our PanPastels. We showed these also on the video we had last Saturday, which, by the way, if you have not watched our FSJ live lunch party, you're definitely going to want to do that. Now, it's available to anyone. All you have to do is go on our website at funstampersjourney.com, and in the upper right-hand corner, right across the bar where it has all the, you know, sale and all the different tabs, you'll see one that says Events. Super easy to find. All you have to do is click on that Events tab, and there you're going to see all kinds of fun things about new product we released. The video is embedded there, so you can click on the video and watch it right there, or you can go to YouTube and watch it, same video. It's about 2 hours long, and we had so much fun. I shared so many tips and techniques. We had guest designers come on sharing tips and techniques. We made so many different kinds of projects. So definitely you want to check it out and tune into that. So kind of maybe when you're crafting sometime this week or over the weekend, if you have a little downtime, get yourself a little crafty space or a cup of coffee or whatever, and take a look at that video. You'll love it. So I did introduce PanPastels, and we had a lot of people who said, oh my gosh, I've never even seen those before. Those things are amazing. So what they are is they're kind of they are a pastel, but they're different, in a different kind of container. So they're in these individual little pans, which are totally cool, which, by the way, can totally stack, and for a different way to store, you can screw them together and make a little tower. I like to kind of keep them in their original packaging, but they're really, really heavily pigmented pastels that are probably, I would say, a little less messy than your normal pastels. So super easy to work with and super perfect for card making. For this one, I'm just going to use the blue color. And by the way, this palette right here, which includes 7 pans, is our Party Pop pan pack. PanPastel pack. I can use all my P's right now. This is our Party Pop, which is perfect for a birthday card, right? And every pack comes with a little pack of these soft tools. So this is a specially formulated sponge that's just made for the pastels. And this has so much pigment that I am going to need like one tiny little swipe. I'm not even kidding you. That is not very much pastel on there. And look what great coverage it's going to get. It just kind of goes on and on and on. And I just kind of want a soft background here. Isn't that gorgeous? It's so soft and creamy, and it just kind of goes right into the fibers of your paper, and it's so pretty. So again, I'm not doing any special technique here. I'm just kind of rubbing it around. I just kind of want a really soft base. Now, it's a lot different than it would be with using our ink. You could use ink to do a background, and I've even shown you in the past how you can use liquid color or something else to do the background. But this is just such a soft, dreamy look that I absolutely love it. And there's really like no dust. Like if I push this on here, there's like no blue that comes off of that. So unlike a normal pastel, which is more what I would call messy, the PanPastel is super fun. All right, so since I want a little bit of a sky background, I'm going to grab our Beach Ball Silk, and I'm just going to flick a little bit of beach ball on the background. And again, a lot of times I will flick silk at kind of a diagonal, and it just kind of keeps the movement of the card, your eye moving across the card. So I'll set that aside to dry for a minute. And I want to share one more tip with you on stamping a sentiment. So for my sentiment, I decided I was going to use these alphabet stickers. So this is our Sunshine alphabet. These are great little stickers. They're kind of, they're not really enamel because they're softer than that. But they're almost what reminds me of the old-fashioned puffy sticker from when we were kids. They're a little bit like that. They're a little bit puffy. Love these stickers. So I'm going to write the word birthday on my sentiment strip right here. I won't do that all for you right now, but since I'm writing the word birthday on this, I'll just grab the B and show you like how I would start it. So I'll just go ahead and stick it on. They're self-adhesive. So I'd write my word birthday, and since I want happy, I want to stamp the word happy. Now I started looking at our stamp sets and going, I just need the happy. I don't need the happy birthday. So I looked at a bunch of our sentiment stamps, and I found this little happy right here, which happens to be married to the word retirement, which I don't think I want for my granddaughter's first birthday, right? But I really adore this word happy right here, and I love the font. I love the size. Everything about it is perfect. So I kind of put my thinking cap on. How can I just get that word happy without really cutting my stamp? Although our red rubber stamps, you can cut them and you can have some success, but this is pretty tight if you look at the actual red rubber. So I don't want to cut my stamp just to get that word happy. Let me show you another tip. I'm going to grab now our electric tape. Now this is sort of similar to washi tape, but yet again it's not. This is actually a post-it note material or a sticky note material. So it's perfect for masking, which is what I want to do to my sentiment. So I'm just going to rip a little piece of this, and it's very much like regular paper. You can write on this. It doesn't have that waxy finish like a typical washi does. So I'm going to mask off the majority of my word retirement here. I don't want to cover up the bottom of that little P there. And I can take a couple more pieces, and I can mask off that I that's in retirement, and I'll even kind of cover that so I make sure I don't get that. So check it out. This is going to stick gently to your rubber stamp. It's not going to affect the quality of your rubber stamp. It's not going to hurt it at all. It's just going to do that perfect masking. So this electric tape is one of the, I think, must-haves for your arsenal. So now I'm going to take my black licorice and ink this guy up. And I'm going to pretty much ink it up like normal. Make sure I get the black covered on there really well. And now you can just imagine what I'm going to do. It's perfectly inked up. Now all I do is remove all this paper, because of course you don't want to stamp it with that on there. And check it out. I have my happy isolated. Let's see how it looks. Stamp like normal. It's nice even pressure all the way down. And check it out. How fun is that? I love it so much. Looks like I got the teeniest, tiniest piece of ink right there, but I am totally fine with that. Now all I have to do is cut this into a little strip. In fact, it might even trim away most of that little dot right there. I'm going to trim it just as a really skinny little strip, just to add to the top of my birthday, right? You guys see where I'm going with this, don't you? I've got another one of our tools, which again is what I think is a must-have tool. This is one of our hole punches, but if you can see the little tiny hole, well, I'll just punch it for you. You probably can't see it on the video. It is like the tiniest 1/16 inch hole punch, which is absolutely perfect for putting our little brads in. So see that teeny tiny hole? Now I've got some of our brads here. This is kind of a mixed bag of brads, or mixed jar. I've got a few of our different brad SKUs in here, but the one I'm looking for is our brightest ones, and these are our Be Bold brads, I believe is what they're called. So I want the little red one to match my fringe, and I'll just pop that through there. And then I can kind of trim the end or whatever I need to do here. Maybe I'll make it a little flag. Okay, so super fun. I've got my little happy isolated from my stamp set. I love it. I've got my card base and my little fringes and my tag going on. Do you guys want to see the finished project? Doesn't look like this. That's a little too messy. Let me go ahead and grab it out for you. Okay. So here we go. Here's my happy birthday card for my granddaughter's birthday, and I'm so pleased with it. I think it reflects her little fun, bubbly personality. I've got this, all the little fringes on there. I love the 2 shades of pink. So cute. I put those to the top because she's a little girl. I've got my birthday words, again, from the Sunshine Alphabet. Love those. They're like the perfect size for a card greeting. And I love how my happy just got isolated right there. And it's kind of grounded with that little red brad, which kind of ties the whole thing together. So, absolutely had fun creating with you today. I hope that you learned a few little tips and tricks. Maybe you got introduced to some tools that you weren't familiar with before. And I certainly hope that you join me every week here as we celebrate bringing paper to life. Thanks so much.